everyone. It was Newcastle United 0, Liverpool 1, and the Reds continue their relentless run towards the end of the season. Quadruple dreams still very much at the forefront of all of our minds. Naby Keita getting the decisive goal to give the Reds all 3 points, and albeit temporarily as it stands, send them back to the top of the Premier League. A dominant Liverpool performance, really. Newcastle starting brightly, throwing the kitchen sink at us with attacking verve and intent and skill and pace, but Liverpool handling it pretty well, all told. And on another day, it feels like one of those games where the scoreline, the full-time whistle really kind of flatters Newcastle. Liverpool had a couple of really, really good opportunities to bury the game and didn't take them. So yeah, it was just that Naby Keita goal. Great performance from him in the midfield. Great performance from James Milner coming back into the team, and Joe Gomez at right back as well, and maybe some question marks, some eyebrows raised over Jurgen Klopp's team selection. 100% vindicated, as of course I think we all knew it would be. At this point, there's no passengers in this Liverpool squad, and if there were, they certainly wouldn't be anywhere near a starting 11 when everything is this finely poised and every game matters and every game almost needs to be won. James Milner doing James Milner things, tigerish in the middle of the park, but also doing really good stuff on the front foot. Great range of passing shown from him. Joe Gomez, energetic up and down that right-hand side, resolute in defence, even tighter in that defensive line, and again, creative actually, really striding forward, putting decent balls in and around the box as well. So yeah, great from him. So wonderful all-round Liverpool performance, but not necessarily the right home, remember this as a, flag in the ground moment in terms of Liverpool's title challenge or whatever. 3 points done, dusted in the bag, and we can all look forward to doing whatever the hell else it is we want to do with our weekend. I would advise probably not watching Man City. Wait for the WhatsApps to go nuts. Anyway, your comments on this one, Liverpool fans can react to this from all around the world. If you're a YouTube member, use the live chat. If you are a Club Legend subscriber on Redmen Plus, then you can use the live show channel in the Club Legend Discord, or you can tweet us at the Redmen TV as well. I'll go through YouTube to Twitter to Discord, back to YouTube, so plenty of time to get yourselves in with some comments. The first one comes from Aryaman Patanek. I think I pronounce that differently every time. I'm so sorry. Burnley play Watford and will be looking to win it. If they do, the pressure is on Leeds to get at least something from City. Let's cheer for Burnley. That's an interesting point. I've not really considered it. I've looked at what Everton are doing, but Leeds are in danger definitely of getting dragged into it. Hopefully they have got something to fight with and fight for. Andy App says they give us the Wednesday game and then expect us to play early on Saturday. No problem. Very nervy at the end, but our defence is solid. Over to you, Leeds. The red guy 8 says, even though I shouldn't have been, the last 20 minutes had me terrified. A regular feature as us not killing games off, and it's highly frustrating, especially as it's business end of the season. Yeah, but also Liverpool at this stage of the season, it's rare to have both games matter so much that you need to go and win. And look, if Liverpool, and again, one of those things, if it wasn't players they were really good at this stuff, missing things, maybe it's a bit more of a concern. But Sadio Mane scored loads of goals. Mohamed Salah's the top goal scorer in the league. Sometimes it happens, it's one of those things, isn't it? Hitchin Baz says, I think this game showed how mature our squad is. We could have gone all guns blazing and scored, but they just played for the win. 3 points is 3 points. Yeah, I felt that too, to be honest. I thought there was a final. We made the substitutions, and I honestly didn't feel like Liverpool went hell for leather because there was no need to go hell for leather. That's not to say that we parked the bus and shut up shop. Of course we didn't, because we still had good chances in that, but you don't need to run the risk of leaving the door open. 2-0 and 1-0 still get you the same amount of points ultimately, particularly because the goal difference favours us at the moment as well. There's no need for us to chase things. There's another big game coming up in midweek. Everyone's playing for everything at the moment, so we are seeing unprecedented times, and we also, as fans, as a result, nobody's ever seen a team go this close to the quadruple ever in this country, so nobody's got any experience to draw on about how you go about managing it. Liverpool are charting new waters on a week-by-week basis, twice weekly basis at this point, so yeah, the 3 points is kind of what I'm driving at there, but yeah, very, very good point indeed. FPL skills. It says, huge result. The old warhorse in midfield was my man of the match in today's match. He fought for every ball as well as played some key passes throughout YNWA. Yeah, he played a fantastic ball through to Diogo Jota for that chance that he spurned by bashing it right down the keeper's throat. Yeah, Milner. It's funny because we do this with Milner where we're like, oh, go dogged Milner. Oh, he'll fight. Like he's always been this like crunching yard dog midfielder. He's such a classy footballer as well, James Milner. I mean, we forget he played on the wing for Man City in a brilliant Manchester City side. We were the ones Liverpool who moved him towards midfield, and he's got all that combative qualities that really elevates him, and make sure that he's so useful in a whole variety of ways. But yeah, I just think he's great. I think he's absolutely great. He gets the man of the match and BT. I think it's very hard to argue with it for his all-round contribution, particularly for his contribution leading to the goal. Great sliding tackle, perfectly executed, that set off Henderson, who then in turn set off Naby Keita, and for the link up with Jota for ultimately Keita to slot it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from Milner. Yeah, I thought he was great. Danny Hartley-Smith, who's one of the stars of the Redmen TV team, one of the unsung heroes, as it were, a Club Legend Discord member as well, and our mod here on YouTube. Says life is fucking brilliant. Yeah, life is absolutely brilliant at the moment. I can't disagree, and it's hard because again everything's on a knife edge. But I found a little bit of calm coming over me in the last few weeks where Liverpool are just great, aren't they? And it was the FA Cup semi-final that did it for me. The fact that we could go toe to toe with Manchester City and put in a performance like that, there's no one to be feared. It doesn't mean that Liverpool will do it. There's still some big games to come and hard-fought games, and the more games we play, the more on edge this is going to be. The tightrope gets thinner and thinner as you get towards the end of the season, of course, but nobody's been this good. Nobody's been this far yet. So Liverpool have already sort of, it should be lauded and celebrated. You've got to enjoy the journey because you get to the destination, that's it. And you get to live in it for a bit, but that's it. It's short-lived. The new season's only like 6 weeks after this one finishes if we get to the Champions League final, and then it all begins again. So if you can't enjoy it now, then you'll find that the enjoyment will be much more short-lived than the people who do find ways to enjoy it now. So yeah, totally agree, Danny. Hitchin Baz again says, Millie always plays with all his heart, defo man of the match. They'll have to drag him off when he finally hangs up his boots. Yeah, definitely. Bentley 92 says we was so in control all game. Completely agree. And yeah, hard to fault any Liverpool player in my opinion, says Dickie Oi Red. Yeah, it was just a really good performance. I think it got a little leggy and a little bit more ragged than we would have liked toward the back end of that game. And I know Chris was feeling the stress. I know a lot of people watching this and commenting saying they felt really stressed toward the end. I never really felt it myself, if I'm being honest, but that's not to say that it wasn't a possibility, because when it's one goal, this is the point, a point away at Newcastle, they were a good side and causing problems. You can drop them at other points in the season. Can't do now. We've got to be perfect. So I can appreciate the anxiety. But I agree. I thought every Liverpool player on the pitch, excelled today. I thought they gave their all. There's some great individual moments, some great collaborative moments, and ultimately the ultimate collaborative moment is 3 points for the Reds. Amazing. Right, Twitter next, Discord then, and then back to the YouTube. So if you want to get a YouTube live comment in, you've got a couple of minutes to do just that. Right, let me find the comments that I've got prepared. Right, Klopdruple might be the title of the new book, might not. It says, when will people learn to stop cry-arsing over team news? We've loads of football to play in a short period. We wanted squad depth. We're using it. Jürgen and his staff have got this. Yeah. And and beyond staff, the players, brilliant players all over the place. I mean, look, Harvey Elliott is one of the hottest talents in, world football, and he's made the bench today, but he's not. There's no way he's really going to come on in this. Curtis Jones is another one, absolutely top quality. Look on it, Trent. We gave Trent the day off, best right back on the planet, and we just gave him the day off today because he needed it. Great, just. Absolutely else, yeah. I mean, we get to Canate, absolutely dominant in the midweek, just swap him out for a bit. It's just, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Liverpool, as I said, there's no guarantees, because every week between now and the season, there's like 7 games, 8 more games, whatever to go. Each time you come up between 11 and 16 players who are trying to stop you. with all of their fibres of all of their beings, so you can't guarantee these things. But as far as chances go, there's never been a team more likely to deliver happiness because they're already delivering happiness. They're in the business of happiness delivering. This Liverpool side makes us happy. Adam LFC 1892 says, I feel like I've been sprinting around for 90 minutes. I'm absolutely exhausted after watching that, but this team is just boss. What more can I say? Yeah, exactly, mate. And this is where we're at now. I've mentioned this a few times, but when we won the treble in 2001, by the time that UEFA Cup final comes around and we win that by a golden goal, I was 17, I was in my pomp, I was entering into my pomp. Tons of energy, could drink all day and night and not have hangovers and all that kind of stuff, and I was ruined by that because it was just all too much by that point. But it means it matters. Ultimately, enjoy this. We can't impact the result on the pitch. We can't go out there and pour our heart and soul into running around for Liverpool. And then there's another core of us who are going to be at the matches. We can give our all in terms of singing. I mean, I'm sure you can hear my voice still isn't right from the semi-final because we keep playing games every 3 days. And I'm happy to do that. That's my small thing that I can give towards this. And look, on the other side of it, it has a far less tangible impact, whether we're watching it far and away in the far-flung regions of the world. But it doesn't matter. Think of it as karma. Think of it as paying it to the universe. We give our stress, we give our love and our shout and our adulation and all our positive vibes as our offering to the football gods for Liverpool to deliver the big stuff for us this year. And a great little moment here that was wonderfully captured by Abe_LFC of Chris just doing a little bit of the Bloodhound Gang there. Good on him, he's a happy man, isn't he? The More Experiment also says, superb, should have scored more than one, but it's all about the points. The excellence of the performance is a bonus. Milner, Naby, Gomez, Diaz, the standouts, absolutely. Squad depth in rotation, exceptional footballers who are going to come in and die for the cause at any given turn, coming in at any given circumstance and doing the business for Liverpool. This is the stuff of dreams. Right, to the Club Legend Discords. Josh Hall says, absolutely boss away win that. Newcastle a tricky side in which we limited them to nothing, really. That's a big win. Up the Reds. Gomez, man of the match today. Top class. Scott T says, great game. Professional performance. The high line is a difference making in games like this. We are boss. Up the quadruple chasing Reds. Abe says, Joe Gomez is class. Millie is class. Diaz is unplayable. Trent laughing at Hendo's free kick was poetry in motion. On to Villarreal. Yes, one of the finer moments of football in recent times was Henderson taking the free kick and then Trent leaning over to look at a replay on the bench and then sitting back and laughing his head off. I love that. If you don't love this squad, you're never going to love a squad in world football. Quadbot says, this is the best we've ever been, and the scary part is I can only see us getting better. I agree with that. And I genuinely, this is not a Liverpool team that I don't know how deep we're digging here. Genuinely, it just feels like everything's in our control. I feel like we're cruising along. Nice, we've hit our stride. Will we have? We might even have more to go to. It doesn't feel like we're absolutely straining everything here to do this. That bodes very, very, very well indeed. CZ Red says, I said on the Legends show this week, we're 1/2 against City from having the perfect April. That perfect April can still be achieved if Leeds get a result. Top of the league in the FA Cup final, 1 foot in the Champions League final. This is what dreams are made of. Yeah, absolutely, completely agree on that. It's just... it's wonderful. I'm underselling it. I genuinely, I don't have it because I'm a glass half full kind of person at the best. At times I love to say, I love to highlight the brilliance in things, even if it's small moments. People might think I'm being a bit over the top on stuff, but I love that. I love the art. I love the poetry. I love the magic of it all. This is something else. Like beyond reason. Liverpool, I don't know. I don't think they will do the quadruple because there's a reason no one's done it because it's basically impossible. But they might. What I've been saying, I say every season is you're not in a title race until April. So people go, oh, you're in a title race. Oh, you're in a title race. You're not. You might be in contention for a title race, but the title race doesn't begin until the final 10 games of the season. And then you've got to be in touching distance. And if you're in touching distance, then you can win it. And that's when the title race begins. And Liverpool are in a race for 3 more trophies at this point. So if you're in that race, you're capable of winning that race. And I've tried to take the smile off my face when I say that. And just a great mention there from CZ Red there, who says about being on the Legend Show. So if you're a club legend, subscriber to Redmen Plus, those guys have got their own show on the platform each and every week. One of the guys from the Redmen team joins them as well, live over the internet, and has a nice little podcasty chat with these people. It's one of the extra bonus shows that we do for the loyal supporters for everything we do on Redmen TV. And I say this a lot, you know, if you've not got money's tight, I appreciate it. We're all going through a twat of a time with rising energy costs and all that kind of stuff. But if you love what we do on Redmen and you want to support us, and if you've got the capability to do that, then I would recommend you can do YouTube and you can do all kinds of different things. Redmen Plus is our platform. We built it. It cost us a fortune, but that's fine because we believe in it and we give it back to you guys in terms of extra content and whatever. But it also means we take the biggest cut we can take of that. It doesn't go to YouTube. It doesn't go to Twitter. It doesn't go to Acast. It doesn't go anywhere else. It doesn't go to Patreon, who takes slices of all these things. We built it so that we can obviously have a greater connection with you guys, but also we can deliver streaming content, the likes of which no one else in our space is coming close to. Documentaries, features, interviews, pre-match content, post-match content, analysis, insight, podcasts, video content in your native podcasting app as well. You can get loads of this stuff. Scan the QR code if you're here on YouTube right now, and that'll take you straight to Redmen Plus, or go to redmenplus.com and sign up. The instant match reaction will follow in about 40 minutes time. More chat, about 20-25 minutes to half an hour, talking about this game. The final word, live streaming 10:30 on Monday morning as well. And we've got loads of stuff we count down to an FA Cup final. We're going to be over in Villarreal as well for the second leg of the Champions League semi-final. I don't know whether we'll be at Wembley because we didn't get in the ballot, but hopefully we can sort a ticket for that and get to there and give you more and more content. So get closer to Liverpool, get closer to them on the match days, also learn more about the culture of this incredible football club through our streaming service, Redmen Plus. Anyway, that's the big sell from me. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined us. I'll have one quick look at the live show chat before we head away. David Kelly says, how do we feel about Jones our back at right back? Do we still need a Shimikas type player for cover? If he plays that well, I'm not so sure. Dickie Ored, maybe some poor decisions made at times. Can't be arsed worrying about that now. 3.1. Pep at home yelling at his cat. Probably. Let's hope he's yelling at his players as Leeds United steamrolling them. But if not, who gives a shit? Let's just enjoy this incredible football club that we've got. They're the most important things. We are Liverpool fans. We are Liverpool supporters, more importantly. Let's back the team. Let's give them our all. And let's reap the rewards of Jurgen Klopp's mighty, mighty Reds. See you soon.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want even more Redmen TV goodness in your lives, head on over to redmenplus.com right away. You'll get more in-depth analysis, more features, more documentaries, more interviews, basically more Liverpool goodness. It's like Netflix for Reds. You will love it. We love it. Head on over to redmenplus.com and sign up for Redmen Plus.